So good morning students. Today we will talk about the next topic in this chapter, that it is the eukaryotic cell. What it is? Eukaryotic cell. Here, eukaryotic cell means the cell which are in which there is a presence of a proper nucleus with nuclear membrane. Okay, except this one, cell will have the endoplasmic reticulum, that is membrane bound cell organelles, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria. Okay, all these cell organelles will be present in eukaryotic cells. The whatever the term eukaryotic means that it is a good. Eu means true. Carrion means that is the nucleus. In this eukaryotic cell, there is a presence of a true nucleus. What it is the true nucleus is present. See here. As I told you, there is a presence of a nucleus with a proper nuclear membrane as well as the other membrane bound. See how this prokaryotic cell is differing from the eukaryotic cell means, first of all, this cell will be having a true nucleus with a nuclear membrane. The second thing here, this eukaryotic cell will have a membrane bounded cell organelles such as mitochondria, then Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, then vacuoles, then chloroplast, etc. So all these cell organelles which are present in the eukaryotic cell, but all these cell organelles are absent in the prokaryotic cell. Only one thing will be there in prokaryotic cell, that is the presence of ribosomes. Here in eukaryotic cell also there is a presence of what? Ribosomes. Okay, so here as I told you, eukaryotic cells are the true cells. Okay, where do you find, where does it occur, this eukaryotic cell? Let's see, it occurs in plant, that is from algae to angiosperms, in all the classes of the plants. So here, first of all, eukaryotic cell or true cell, it occurs in plants. Plants means in all the classes, such as algae to angiosperms. Algae to angiosperms. The next term, algae to angiosperms, why I am telling means in algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm. In all the classes of plants, which type of cell you will find means that is a eukaryotic cell. Next thing here, in animals also, these cells will occur, or you will find the eukaryotic type of cell. But the prokaryotic cells are found only in the bacteria. Okay. So here, it occurs in plants as well as in animals. In animals means all the classes means that is from protozoa to mammals. protozoans to mammals. Okay, see here in protozoans, that means protist, fungi, in animals that is a chordates, non-chordates, okay, apices, reptiles, amphibians, aves, then in mammals. In all the animals, fungi, protozoans, see here, in fungi also will form which type of cells? That it is the eukaryotic cells. This eukaryotic cell, see, they are occurring in plants, algae to angiosperms, then in animals, in all the animals, fungi, we can include fungi also there. So in all these eukaryotic cells, in all these different organisms, the size, morphology, their structure, their function will be differing. It will be not similar in all the types or all the various different organisms, living organisms. But it will be, there will be a different shape, size, structure, their physiology, their function and all, it will be varying. Okay. So this composed, this eukaryotic cell, as I told you, it is composed of plasma membrane. First of all, it is composed of plasma membrane. Okay, then some of the cell, see, plasma membrane and cytoplasm, these are the two important cell organelles or the cell products of what? Of the eukaryotic cell. Okay, except this, there is the presence of nucleus with nuclear membrane and other membrane bound cell organelles. Okay, here the nuclear contents such as the DNA, RNA, nucleoproteins and nucleolus remain separated from the cytoplasm. There in prokaryotics, what you studied means that they are present within the cell, cytoplasm in a particular region, and that region is known as the nucleolide. But here you see, if this is the eukaryotic cell, in the nucleus, there will be presence of DNA, RNA, nucleoprotein, or the protein, and one more thing, that it is the nucleolus. So all this we can say as the genetic material. What we can say? We can call it as the genetic material. Okay. So altogether, this genetic material you will found in what? Within the nucleus, and this nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm, and this nucleus is enveloped by a membrane, that it is the nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. So this nuclear membrane is separating the nucleus with cytoplasm. What it is? Here, the genetic material, the DNA, RNA, nucleoprotein, nucleolus remain separated. You can see, this is the cytoplasm, and all that genetic material will be present inside this nucleus, and that nucleus is bounded by a membrane. Okay, what it is? It is bounded by the membrane, and which is, this is surrounded by a thin perforated nuclear membrane, as you can see here. Who is separating this nucleus from the cytoplasm? That it is a nuclear membrane. Next, first characteristic we will study here, that it is the size, cell shape. Okay, first we will see the cell shape. Next, that first we will discuss about the cell shape. Here, the basic shape of the cell of the eukaryotic cell, it will be spherical. Okay, so this shape of eukaryotic cell may be variable in different types of organism. It is not fixed. It will be different. In some it will be spherical, in some it will be some other type. So variable or irregular shape occurs. For example, if you take amoeba, okay, in that the shape of the amoeba, whatever the unicellular organism, that is also what? Eukaryotic cell. So that is also there we can see the shape of the cell is irregular. One more example you can take WBC or leukocyte, okay, which is spherical in shape. And some cells such as protist you take, almost that is euglena, plasmodium, then paramecium, plants and animals, they have some fixed type of cells. So fixed shape of cell occurs. The cell shape is maintained by tough plasma membrane and exoskeleton. So see here, first characteristic that it is the cell shape. Determinant. Cell shape. Most of the eukaryotic cell shape is spherical. Okay, spherical, and this cell shape will be variable or fixed in different organisms. In different organisms, it will be either variable or in the fixed form. Okay, so one example I will tell you here, that it is amoeba, which is having an irregular shape like this. Okay, one more example, WBC, white blood cells, which is circulating in the blood. Okay, these white blood cells will have a spherical shape. Okay, the next, see here, these white blood cells which are circulating in the blood, they have the spherical in shape, but it becomes but in other condition what happens is, in blood it will be, it will be spherical in shape, but in other condition what happens is this will become somewhat irregular in shape or pseudopodia, means just like amoeba will become like this, it is going to shrink. Okay, the next here, fixed shape of cells. See, it is variable, changing from the spherical shape to irregular shape. It is varying, means changing. But in some of the cells, that is almost in all protist, fixed shape in which organism will be found. Fixed shape of cells. In which organism you will found means that is Euglena, Paramecium. Means the cell shape is not going to change. Euglena is there, Paramecium is there, then plant cell is there, and animal cells. In all these organisms, the cell shape will be fixed. In any condition, these are not going to change its shape. That means a fixed type. The next here, who is going to maintain this cell shape? That we will see here. The cell shape in unicellular organism, for example, in unicellular organisms, unicellular organisms such as amoeba, euglena, paramecium, plasmodium, in all that type of unicellular organism, who is responsible to maintain the shape means that it is plasma membrane and exoskeleton. Who is going to maintain plasma membrane and exoskeleton is going to maintain the shape of the cell. Okay, maintains the shape of cell. But what about the other organism in multicellular organism? In a multicellular organism, the shape of the cell depends mainly on its functional adaptation and partly on the surface tension, viscosity of protoplasm, cytoskeleton of microtubules. Here, in multicellular organisms, the cell shape is maintained by whom? Cell shape is maintained by what? By first of all its functional adaptation. Depends on its functional adaptation. Means that cells, whatever the cells which are having their specific functions. So that functions are responsible to maintain the cell shape. Second one here, that is viscosity of the protoplasm. Protoplasm means plasma membrane and cytoplasm. Okay, their viscosity. There is viscosity of plasma membrane. This is one thing. Next one, cytoskeleton of microtubules. Cytoskeleton of microtubules. Okay, microtubules are the cytoskeleton part in the cell. So they are also going to maintain the shape of the cell. The next microtubule, microfilament and intermediate filament. Microtubules, microfilaments and intermediate filaments. Okay, these three things are going to be responsible for maintaining the shape of the cell. Then the mechanical, so this is about what? About the cell shape. Who is going to maintain the cell shape in the animals? That it is these all things. Animals as well as in the plants. The next term, cells have diverse shapes. If you talk about the animals, their organs, As you know, organs means what? First of all, a group of cells is going to form the tissues. That tissues are going to form the organs. So that cells are the eukaryotic cells. So the first we will see in animals what are the different shapes of cells we will form. Next, that it is variations of cell shape in different organs of the animals, or different types of cells in animals. Among that one, the first is the polyhedral. What it is? Polyhedral. First one, polyhedral. In which type of cells you will form polyhedral? Polyhedral means many-sided. So that is found in the squamous epithelium. Found in squamous epithelium. Then second one here, flattened shape. It is found in flattened means the cell shape will be somewhat flattened, totally flattened. Okay. Where will be found means it is found in squamous epithelium, endothelium, and upper layers of the epidermis. So here it is found in squamous epithelium, endothelium, and upper layers of epidermis. And upper layers of epidermis. Okay. Next type, that is the cuboidal shape. Cube-like formation or cube-like shape is found in the thyroid gland follicles. The next comes fourth type, that it is the discoid cuboidal, then columnar. Columnar you will find in the lining, cell lining of intestine. One, that is the columnar, column-shaped cells found in the cell lining of intestine. Fifth one, that is discoidal shape. Disc shape or discoidal shape we found in RBC or erythrocytes. The next comes spindle shape, which is found in the smooth muscle fibers. Spindle shape found in smooth muscle fibers. Okay, the next elongated, that is nerve cells. Elongated type of cell found in the nerve cells. Okay, neurons. The next comes branched, that is the pigment cells of skin. Branched, found in pigment cells of skin. Okay, that is the branched one. The next, so this is about all the shapes. First you see polyhedral, found in the squamous epithelium. As I told you, in different organs there will be different shapes of the cells you will find according to their function. It has been adapted. So second one, it is flattened, found in the squamous epithelium, endothelium and upper layers of epidermis. Cuboidal, thyroid gland follicles, columnar, cell lining of intestine, discoidal RBC, spindle-shaped smooth muscle fibers, then elongated, that is the nerve cells. Then there, branched, that is the pigment cells. These all cells, we were talking about the in animals, not in plants. What about the plants? In plants, the cell shape is dependent almost. The cell shape also depends on the function of the cell. For example, such as glandular hairs on the leaf. Okay, the hair guard cells of stomata and root cells have their spherical, special shapes. Okay, depending on their function, there will be different shapes in the plant cells. Okay, the next we will come to the next character, that it is the cell size. What is cell size? Next, it is cell size. Here, a eukaryotic cell. See here, next topic, that is the cell size. Eukaryotic cell are typically larger. Larger means how much larger? What will be the ranges of size? Here, you see, mostly will be larger. That means 10 to 100 micrometer. 10 to 100 micrometer. This is the larger size of the cell. And as you had studied, that prokaryotic cells are the smaller cells. There the size is ranging between the 1 to 10 micrometer. So size of cells of unicellular organism is larger than a typical multicellular organism cells. Okay. For example, amoeba is the biggest among the unicellular organisms. Their length is about 1 micrometer. Okay, length is being among 1 micrometer. And like one species of euglena is found about 5. See, the size of the amoeba, it is 1 micrometer. Sorry, it is 1000 micrometer. 1 micrometer, and one species of euglena is found, euglena, that is 500 micrometer. Okay. The next in length. Then some of the other cells such as Paramecium, their cell size is Paramecium. Their cell size is 150 to 300 micrometer. Okay. The next algae and all, they have the size about 10 centimeters in height. Algae will have 10 centimeters in height. So this is about what? About the different cell sizes. So what about the animal cell means? They will have around 4 micrometer. Then in some of the blood cells, the cell size will be 7 to 8 centimeter, 7 to 8 micrometer in diameter. So this is about the cell size. Next, in the next class, we will talk about the animal cell unit. We will see. Okay, structural details of animal cell. Okay, thank you. We will continue the next class.